Let me bump on the background jazz. There we go. And let's start with everybody's absolute #1 favorite coin of all freaking time, XRP. Maybe not, but we're going to chart it anyway. XRP UST, if I'm typing on the right thing, XRP, and let's pull up the crypto pair. All right, so things have progressed. I like it. Let me drop the moving averages off first. But just look at this trend line here. Subjectively, I've got it put against the candle bodies. You could objectively argue that it should be up there. Fine. Either way, it either has or hasn't broken out, and it's right there at it nonetheless. That's the first thing I wanted to note, all right? And that's in log mode. If I bump that back, and I put this in linear mode, it's still underneath them then. So I'm more likely leaning no than yes just yet. It's close. Hasn't quite, I mean, it's close, but it hasn't quite gotten over the hump. And here's why. 200 moving average directly in the way. You can see yesterday hit the 200 moving average, then it sort of rolled back on itself and threw a very ugly gravestone doji yesterday. Still stuck in between the moving averages though. So this kind of tells me to step out and move out to the higher time frames, see if I see anything there. So since I go out to the higher time frames, what do we see here? Still above the 821 EMA weekly. It's the third candle green in a row, three green weeks in a row. While it's been rocky in between, it has made progress. Like it. All right, still in this big wedge here. You can clearly see it. I don't have to highlight that with a bright green highlighter. In a wedge, thinking about it. We'd love to see this breakout, back test and go. And I think we're either going to get that now or in the near future. Get that breakout, back test and go. It really kind of gets us over the hump and gets us moving. We haven't done that yet. Baby steps. We're hoping it gets there. All right, we're hoping it gets there. If I step out to the cloud, you can see that we're still above it. All right, we want the blue line over the red line. That would be the conversion line over top of the baseline, and it hasn't happened yet. Also note, still lag line in between or underneath the candles. I'm sorry, and that's not good enough. We want that up above it, not below it. Of note here are the Bollinger Bands. This is the important piece here. Look at the Bollinger Bands starting to squeeze in on the weekly. We're going to see volatility come in here between now and the end of the year for sure. I'm inclined to believe that we get volatility to the north side. Well, why? Well, I don't think this crypto bull run's over yet. I think everything gets one more shot to at least try to get moving here. And if it doesn't get moving in the next shot, well, then that particular crypto is probably cooked. But then again, that could be subjective, and they could still have one more push up. In fact, I'm open to the theory that VVPR, got you, Terry. I'm open to the fact, that we might have a couple months on the end of the bull run that run over into 2026, and those just being altcoins, not really being Bitcoin, but everything else, right? Open to that, but that doesn't mean that's guaranteed to happen, and it's never happened for XRP. It's always been the end of the cycle, right at the end of the year. All right, so hopefully this thing gets up, done as this thing, and makes its move. I've got it highlighted right here, blue, show is over, where I think things will eventually stop. Again, we've talked about this, but if we've bottomed out here, I like take profit up here. You see that right there, 11, 18, 24. Back in November, I wrote that optimal long-term take profit zone. Right, it's right up there, and I would really like it to be inside this green box at the top where they cross over. Why? Well, I'll explain that. Let me drop the Bollinger Bands off and pull the fib on it. This is Fibonacci retracement. It shows us mathematical points of likely destination in both directions based on repetitive math that you and I cannot stop. It's psychological, even if you think it's not. All right, unfortunately, that's just the way the math works. If linear mode, $3 to $5 would be great. A blow off top in linear would be 5 to 5.5. If I flip that into log mode, look at the difference here. All right, suddenly this thing shows 4 to 5 at the regular take profit fibs, but in between 5 and 7, in between 1618 and the 2 fib. If we get a wick up here toward the $6 range, that would be magnificent. Why would that be so important? Well, if I scroll out a little more here, and I grab all the way to the top of last bull run, and I pull it all the way to the bottom of this bear market, and I measure this, you'll see another line lines up. By the way, all of these colored lines are the cycles in previous cycles lined up based on time and what happened in between, right? As you see, the similar thing happened back here, similar thing happens here, and a similar thing is already laid out here, all right? I think we're entering the one more push territory now. I just don't have that line on there since it kind of takes up the space of what we're looking at. If I pull this fib from the top of the top of the bull run last time to the bottom of the bear market this time, and I drag it right, and I try to capture most of the candles underneath there, that shows me that, and I line it up with sort of where I think the bull run will be over in November or late the end of the year. 3, 4, and 6.5 all line up as take profit fibs here. 330, we already hit that one time. 439, that's up there at the 1414, and 6.5 up at the 1618. I don't think it would stay up there long though. If it did it, I think it would likely be a wick, quick candle, and then probably pull back. That doesn't mean it's going to do that. That just means that's my thinking on the situation. I think that's more likely than not. So this is why my targets are what they are. All right. It's not because I'm throwing hopium numbers out there based on some stupid arithmetic or a riddle or some dumb stuff that you saw on some random BS clickbait Twitter or Reddit thread.
Wrong.
That's not what we do. We do
Wrong.
data. We do data.
Wrong.
We do data.
Wrong.
It's not wrong. It's true. We always do data here, and the data points to those set points. All right, 335, 4.5, 5.5 to 6. Somewhere up there is my optimal take profit zone. I'm still in XRP. I actually bought a little more today, swapped it out from a junk one that didn't turn out too well into this one. We'll see how it works out for us. Obviously, we chart this constantly. We'll chart it again.